The creative space is an integral part of the creative process. It could be a corner of your room, a closet, your couch, anything. In this case, in my case, it is the second bedroom of this 2-bedroom apartment. This creative space is where each and every one of my videos gets made. This space is continually evolving. This space is, in my opinion, a work of art. Now in this video, I will be giving you guys a tour of my creative studio. And by the end of this one, you'll see why I consider it to be a work of art. You may not agree, but you'll see it. You'll understand why I feel this way. So to start off the studio tour, we have obviously the door. Little guy's kind of bent. I need to fix that. I need to close that behind us. And then we've got the mini basketball hoop. This is still the most viewed video on my channel. I reviewed this like 4 years ago now. The mini basketball hoop with the blanket behind it to soften. So like I can do this. I could like play on it and it's not gonna bang the door and be really loud. So we're gonna go this way. Got the Golden State Warriors yard flag. I got that in the little Fanatics box that I got a couple of years ago. I did a review on it. Lots of really cool Golden State gear. There's some more in the office that we'll get to in a minute. Then I got the backpack. So now that I'm kind of in a set space, the camera bag isn't really as utilized a tool as it once was. We got the backpack, which has some older gear in it, like an old Gorilla Pod and like just a few other odds and ends. I think some GoPro stuff's in there from the GoPro video I did. Got the mini basketball. The regular camera bag, or the toolbox, for those of you that are familiar with that one, still got some stuff in there, but again, most of the gear's out because I'm using it all the time and I have no need to store it. The pillow for my gaming chair, because it's the lower back and it's not that comfortable, so I take it off. Then we get the laptop bag, which inside is kind of some random laptop stuff. With the PC, I haven't really had much use for the laptops, but I've got them just in case. Then we have sort of the official actual office-y station, which is the printer and the shredder. That's for like official business, you know, printing things and shredding things. Going right along, we've got the filing cabinet. Pretty awesome. I've got this Golden State light decoration. Maddie's parents got that for me. It's pretty cool. Turn it on for you. But we got just some, you know, businessy stuff in there. And then this little surge protector is actually pretty cool. It's supposed to be energy efficient. So like certain outlets on it will shut off if like it won't even feed electricity to it if whatever device is not turned on. So like it eliminates idle electricity usage, so it's like super efficient. Next up is the PC and the PC setup. We're gonna do this all in one lump. So the PC, I'll put it on the screen. I don't remember exactly what it is. I got this, man, when did I get this? I would say it's almost been a year, really. I don't even remember when I got this thing, but it's been serving me really well. It's been a tank. On top, I've got the Just Garrett microphone, SD card reader, and my external hard drives. And then we've got the stickers, decoration, a couple of different sticky notes that I've put on there to like as like a permanent sort of reminder. So along with that, we've got the mic setup. This was predominantly for streaming, and I used it for like the voiceovers at one point. I haven't streamed in a minute, so this hasn't really gotten a ton of use, but it is where my headphones are plugged in, so like I'm always using it. I got the Blue Yeti microphone, the pop filter, and the arm. It was actually a sweet deal. I don't remember where I got it from, but it was like $150 for the whole thing, which the Yeti microphone by itself is probably about $100. The arm is good quality. I mean, it's all good quality. I think it's been holding up for probably 2-3 years almost now. I'm really happy with that setup actually. Then we got the monitor, the keyboard. The keyboard and the mouse came with the PC, and also the monitor. I've had that monitor for about 4 years, and it's just been a tank. It's held up beautifully. And also, Maddie got me this custom mouse pad. It's been many years. It's been 3-ish probably years, maybe 4. It's been a minute. You know, we've been together for over 4 years. It's been my go-to mouse pad. And there's the mouse pad underneath it, which was my dad's old one that I just somehow ended up stealing. And then we got a little bit of a lighting setup. We have the ring light up here, as well as this panel light. The ring light's just a cheapo from Walmart, and then that panel light I don't remember the brand, but I got it from Adorama. I think it was Adorama. But that panel light was a birthday gift from my dad. And then next we have the webcam. That's just kind of one of those basic Logitech webcams. The best thing about that, I bought it from Best Buy online, and I ordered it, and then I received it like the next day. It was crazy, and it was free, like free 2-day shipping, I think, but I got it in 1 day. It was awesome. And it is sitting on a cheap Walmart tripod. It doesn't really need to move. It doesn't really need to do anything. So it's actually, that tripod's actually broken. I'm not gonna display that because I don't wanna break it and have to fix it, but it is technically broken because like one of the legs comes out. Either way, but it's just sitting on top of the desk, so it serves its purpose. And then we just kind of have some crud, like a box. That's my mic cable package, which I'll show in a minute, as well as this box of pretty fancy colored pencils. Actually, this was, I believe, a birthday gift or a graduation gift, one of the two. And then we have lots of cords, and as you can already tell, as you've been able to tell probably this whole time, the cable management is not ideal. I think I could probably make it better. I know I can make it better. I just need to do it. That's the main thing. But moving on, part of the mic setup is these Apple EarPods. They're technically called EarPods. I got these because the big headphones that I have, they hurt my head. Like I like the sound quality and everything, but they just hurt my head too much to be on. Right here is the second monitor. Maddie's mom gave this to me. It was an old computer monitor of hers. It's pretty old. So it doesn't even have HDMI ports. So I had to get, I don't even remember what this one's called. I had to get a couple different adapters. And so there's like this really long, stupid cord that runs across. That's like part blue twisty thing. I don't remember what it's called. It was a pain. Let's just leave it at that. It was a pain. But that monitor has been helpful because I like having two. I just don't want to have to buy one. And so when this came up, I was like, heck yeah, I'll take it. And then we have the desk lamp situation. I really like this desk lamp. I actually have two of them. We'll see the second one in a minute. But I really like this one because it's just from Walmart. I think it's like 15 bucks from Walmart. It's like a panel light in its own right. And it's dimmable. It's got different warmth features. There's 3 different levels. There's like a really cool, there's a really warm, and there's one in the middle. Really, really nice light. I love these lamps. Got my coaster that my parents got me from Seattle. Got this book, The Work of Art by Adam Moss. I read the first sentence of it. Usually I get my reading done when I'm at work because we have a lot of downtime, but I'm looking forward to getting deeper into that one. I've been reading a lot more lately, which I'm grateful that I've started doing and like found time for. I don't know, I almost feel like reading makes me a better writer, which being a better writer makes my videos better. I think a lot of that goes hand in hand. So again, really happy about that. Just got a bunch of office crap, pens, got paper clips, binder clips, sticky notes, the works. Like got the GoPro just kind of sitting out because, hey, like I said, the camera bag doesn't get a ton of use because I'm using the GoPro and the Sony all the time. Like every video, it's out, ready to use. So I don't want to have to continually put it in and out of my camera bag. It just doesn't make sense. And then here, of course, we have the Pocket Notebook bookshelf. My dad and I built this in February of this year. I love it. It's a beautiful piece of furniture. It was such a fun day building that, putting it together. It was great. We had a good time, and it turned out really nice. I love it. Next, we have the, up here is the Ulanzi J12 wireless lav mics. I used to use those for Just Garrett all the time, and that's the thing. I want to get back to doing that at some point, like that daily video diary kind of thing. I'm still like figuring out how I want to do it. I don't know what I want to do, but I do want to do it again. And then we just have all the stuff hanging on this board. My dad made us these for college. That way we could like, have like a bulletin board per se, since we weren't allowed to like put a lot of stuff up in the dorm, like we could have our whatever's on these boards. And the way I have it now, it's kind of like a workshop wall type of thing. Got hooks put in there, lots of different tools, lots of different things I use. And because we rent, can't put stuff up like shelves, so I've got a shelf on here as well. Little bitty guy. This was actually made from the scrap, like the leftover board from the bookcase. And I knew right whenever we had that leftover, I'm like, that's gonna be a shelf. That will be a shelf one day. And now it is a shelf. So going straight up, we have the $1 happier hour, any medium drink or regular freeze Taco Bell sign. So I worked at Taco Bell for like 6 years. We would always get this. This is what we called POP. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's like, promotional signage and stuff. This was for our Blue Raspberry Freeze promotional board that was like, hey, between 2 and 5 p.m. every day, come get a freeze for $1. And once that promotion was over, this stuff we would just throw out. And so I was taking the trash out. I was like, I want this sign. On my way to take out the trash, I chucked it in my car and took it home. And I was like, this is going to be studio decorations. And now I finally put it up to where it's actually studio decorations. Going over, we have the Among Us poster. This was kind of a meme purchase because they had these posters at Walmart, but it was huge and we would play it for hours and hours and hours back, 4 years ago. A whole bunch of us, and I would stream it and it was a whole thing. It was so good. But we played for like 4 hours at a time till like 1 a.m. It was so awesome. That's kind of the poster kind of represents the meme and also like how fun that game was at one point. Going straight down, another couple of things I stole from Taco Bell. These were stolen with permission. The other one was just trash. But I had these two sort of wire basket shelves. We used to put trash liners in them. But we did some rearranging in the back of house. And I was like, hey, can I have these? My boss was like, sure. And so I took them home. They actually used to be brown, but in a video I spray painted them to where they were not brown anymore. There's a blue one and a pink one now. And in these shelves is sort of like trinkets and paracord. And then down a ways is a fairly new addition. We actually have the construction paper bin that's attached to the wall now. I did this to keep it off the floor and also to organize my scraps. That way if I need some construction paper, I'll go there first, use what I can from the scraps, and then I'll go into the full stack of paper, which is down here on the ground. Also, I think before I mentioned my mic cord, we have this one just north of that. It's a 10-foot 3.5 millimeter jack to 3.5 millimeter. It's for my video micro, to attach it and not have to be right up next to it. But anyway, we go down, we have this keyboard. I bought this for making my own music for these videos. I haven't done that in a while because the setup is kind of a pain because I have to like record it with my Blue Yeti microphone and it's kind of an awkward setup. Going down, we have the what I call the trash truck. I made this, it's been over a year, wow. That's why we date things, because you can really see when you made stuff. But I made this to keep my trash can from tipping over. Moving on over, we have this, I have the, this was the little bag that would hold my big tripod. Now it's full of PVC pipe because I made the overhead shooting rig out of PVC pipe and that's the extras. Then we have the drill and all the tools, hardware, PVC pipe cutter, and just a bunch of different building stuff. And on the underside of that toolbox is GoPro gear, old GoPro accessories, things like that. And this whole section will go through. I want to have a shelf or something for it, but again, we'll see. Next, I made this in high school. It's a copper tooling of an octopus. I think it was pretty sweet, and I also built a frame for it. Then there's this shoebox, all sorts of utensils, as well as this crayon pencil box thing that has more pens from when I did the pen video. Ranked a bunch of pens. Now I just have an excess of pens. Moving on this way, we have the closet. This is basically just overflow storage, like totes full of Christmas decorations and old boxes and just stuff. Golden State Warriors towel on the wall. I mentioned earlier that there was more stuff that came in that Fanatics fan box of Golden State gear. This was one of those things. It's a beach towel, but it's also an awesome wall decoration. And it kind of is a sound dampener too, which is helpful. Moving down, we have the green screen / scrap wood pile. Moving right along, we have the shooting table. And there's lots of details about this thing. I built it in a recent video. Really happy with how this one turned out. I was also really happy that it took minimal cutting. Like it was a good size. The table is 2 foot by 4 foot, and I don't know how tall it is. I think it's like 30 inches and some change. But this is where the overhead shooting rig lives, which I made out of PVC pipe. Also in a recent video. It's kind of a mess currently because I was in the middle of working on a project from last week. Usually I reset the studio and like tidy it all up between videos, but sometimes I don't also. Got the little charging station here where my camera batteries go. I got the Sony charger and the GoPro charger. I screwed this surge protector into the leg of the table so it can kind of be compact and not annoying. Just a bunch of little odds and ends on this table. Got these two, I believe they're called trinket trays that my stepmom made, and I glazed them. They're pretty sweet for holding camera battery cases and whatnot. Then we have the second beautiful LED panel lamp, the Walmart desk lamp. These are awesome. I love them. And then there's just, like I said, a bunch of mess on the table currently. Got the bookends. I made these also in a recent video. The bookends for my field notes and my other notebooks. Got them stored over here because my bookcase only holds so many. Then I've got the cutting mat, which is currently set up, but usually it's on the top of the table. and then some black paper, which I had been using for like a backdrop. Got my little video schedule up on the wall. I work a 5 days a week, full-time job, so I have to have like a clear-cut schedule of when I make videos because that's important to me. And so I want to make sure I get it in while also having time for not only work, but life. Got the little national parks checklist from Field Notes because I love the national parks notebook. And I've about accepted the fact that I might just collect them for the sake of collecting them. Again, just a bunch of junk from my last project, which my last project was my custom pocket notebook, my homemade pocket notebook, which is here. Still, I have it clamped because I want it to like really be thin. I don't want it to like spray open all the time. I also have this little bottle from Cracker Barrel. We had Cracker Barrel a little while ago. I got breakfast, and so they gave you a little bottle of syrup, and it's a glass bottle, so you can reuse it. So I took it home, cleaned it up, and now I have it for something. I'm gonna use it. I don't know what for yet, but I'm gonna use it. And of course, we're gonna go out. We got the overhead rig. I mentioned it just a minute ago. This is the third iteration of this rig. This is a more permanent version. I kind of thought this would be like a lighter weight, easier to use, but I was criminally mistaken. It's actually probably a more pain in the neck than any of the other ones that I've made in the past. I like this one because the surface area it takes up is very, very minimal, and it gave me a good excuse to build this really cool table that I love. Got my tennis letter from high school, as well as a picture of me. My Three Stooges poster, Golf with Your Friends. My sister Chloe got this one for me. The Law Offices of Howard, Fine and Howard, a Stooges meme. And then another Walmart poster, NBA Superstars. And then going down, I've got on the side of this table just a little hook or two that I've installed for various things. Currently it has the bag of bags, sandpaper, and rubber bands. Just over to the left of that we have the tripod. Use it all the time. And I have this big diffuser that I made out of a trash bag and a hula hoop, but it's gonna get changed, I think. I'm not huge on how it is. Or at least I need to figure out how I'm gonna attach it to where I can actually use it. That's pretty much it, honestly. This is a much bigger studio than I'm used to having. I'm used to working out of a, 36 square feet, because it's 6 foot by 6 foot closet. I'm used to working out of a closet, and now I've got a whole room, which really is enabling the creative process and like how I can really do things now. It's really cool, really awesome, and I'm really grateful for it. My studio, to me, is what I would consider art. It reflects the things that I have done and the feelings that I've felt. For example, I can look at a thing that I built in the studio and reflect on the time in which I built it. It makes me feel a certain way when I look back at any given part of the studio. When I'm in my studio, I feel happy. I feel proud. I feel almost like I can do or make anything. My creative space makes me feel good. It is all the little details of the space, the ones that I've shown you throughout this video, that make it special. This space is mine. This is my studio. And I love it.